Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and this time I'm checking out let's try that again. Synchronized. Synchronized is a memorization card game about synchronized swimmers. Synchronized has been designed by Amelie Jackson-Phelps and Amelie Le-Roche, and it's also being published by Zerua Games. 2 to 8 players. You can also do teams. Takes about 20 minutes, and it's for ages 12 and up. I said, the whole theme of the game is there are 2 competing swim teams, synchronized swimming teams, and you have to make sure you memorize your routine. And if you memorize your routine better than the other team or other opponent, then you score more points in the 4 rounds and you win the game. One of the pretty cool things is the actual box is the scoring sheet. So you can just write in the actual scores right on the back of the box with the included dry erase marker there. Very nice. Let me show you what's in the box. So despite the fact that everything has clearly not been placed evenly and in perfect symmetrical proportions, I tried my best. These are the components for the game. So you're going to have 2 rehearsal decks. Rehearsal decks are going to have the goggles on them, and they are going to be comprised of different poses. You're going to have the same poses in the performance deck, with the exception that the costumes are going to have that much more flair.
We need to talk about your flair.
Really?
You gotta have flair. I mean, how many pieces of flair that costume is, that I don't know. I don't know how many pieces of flair that is. I don't think anyone knows. And the same poses will be in the SEAL teams as well. And you have the rehearsal cards and then the performance cards with the aforementioned and obligatory
Pieces of flair.
however many pieces you want to wear. Mention the dry erase marker, which is used to actually write your scores down in the box. You also have water tokens. Water tokens do a couple of different things. You can pay 1 water token to keep a rehearsal card face up, and you can also pay a water token to play 2 different competition cards. I've been saying performance cards. I'm incorrect. There are rehearsal cards and competition cards because this is a competition. And you can pay a water token to play 2 face-down competition cards in 1 spot. It's a memorization game, so as you'll see in just a second, you're going to look at what a routine is and try to create that routine with the competition cards. So what the water token will allow you to do is, if you're unsure of perhaps which card it is, you could put down more than 1 to sort of hedge your bets. The team who scores the fewest number of points in a particular round can also, I believe, earn an additional water token. The whistle token allows the team who feels the most confident to move on from rehearsal. They can take the whistle token, and what that means is it's not really a risk reward. It's just like a reward, I guess. If you take, so 2 teams looking at a series of cards. The first team takes the whistle token, which means they're ready. They're ready, and they're ready to flip everything over and begin the memorization portion of the game. What the whistle token allows them to do is they earn an additional 2 points as long as they get 50% or higher of the competition cards correct. I believe if you don't get that, I don't think there's any real penalty, which is kind of cool. So I like that. Basically, it's like saying, hey, I memorized this, I'm ready to go. That's essentially what the whistle token is doing, and it gets you extra points. So you want to be able to feel confident in that, hey, we got this. One thing about the team nature of this game, because you can't play, I played with my kids, and they often teamed up against me, and which is why I never went. But I still enjoy myself. Because of the team nature, you cannot discuss what cards you're putting down. Because each round you get X. In round 1, a team will get 8 cards. Round 2, you get 9. Round 3, you get 10. Round 4, you get 11. And those cards are just distributed amongst the team members. You cannot discuss what you're putting down. That's the whole challenge of the game, is you're a team. You're doing the swimming, theoretically. So you have to figure out in silence what you're doing. Now my girls got little animated with each other, if you will, as children are wont to do. One thinking the other had done something incorrectly, but they won anyway, so it's fine. And then after the first round, so from the second round on, you would introduce what's called a challenge card, which, oh boy, I'll give you some examples. So every other reversal card is placed upside down during the first phase. Oof. That, yeah, and it has a picture of what that might look like. Oh boy. Before phase 2, reverse the order of the reversal cards. Reverse the order of the rehearsal cards. That is horrible. But that's the challenge. You've just memorized something. You're looking at a set of cards. You're trying to burn it into your memory banks. And then the challenge cards come around and just upend that. Just creating, more of a challenge, which makes sense. Players can look at one competition card at a time. Interesting. They must place it before looking at the next card. Ooh. So that means, this will make, when I go through a quick round, it'll all make sense. In turn order, players take turns placing one competition card at a time. Before the second phase, slide one of the opponent's rehearsal cards to the other end. Ooh. Now, keep in mind, the challenge cards are for everybody. So what's good for the goose is also good for the gander. And there's a blank one, so you can write in your own devious, horrific challenge to inflict upon your opponents and yourself. Okay, so if the teams are even, then each team gets one water token. But if the teams are uneven, the team with fewer players gets an extra water token. This is supposed to be set up like this, actually, where you put it towards the front. So you'd set it up like this. And what you would do is you take the challenge cards and you'd shuffle them up and then put them behind the scoreboard, if you will. And then once the second round starts, somebody would just randomly just draw whatever one's on top. The idea is nobody can see what it is. Obviously you can see them like that, but that's the idea. Nobody can see what they are. Okay, so I widened it out a little bit. This is what a setup might look like. So the first round is going to be 8 cards. So I'm going to pull these over here a little bit, make sure I have some space enough for them. And you're going to put out 8 cards. Each team would do this in tandem, but obviously I do it myself. Move these up here as well. Now, just full disclosure, because I'm showing this, I'm not going to be able to do both of these. So I'll probably do the purple team, the seal team, just because it's closer to me. I don't know, to me that makes sense. Okay, so you put these out. And these are 8 cards. So keep in mind, in a real game, both teams will be doing this at the same time. I can't do it all, so I'm not going to actually try. So I'm going to focus on the purple one. So each team is going to be focusing on their individual set of rehearsal cards and their routine. So I'm trying to memorize this. I often associate different ones with like different colors or numbers and things like that. It sort of tends to work. So I might think of this as X, this as 4. I don't know what that would be, like a bracket. I don't know. I try to just come up with different associations. So I call this one celebration in my head. I'm sharing way too much because it's like a yay. It looks. Well, no, actually that one was. Well, they're both pretty celebratory, but you get the idea. So you're trying to memorize. So let me just take a second and do my best. Try to demo this as best I can. So
5 hours later.
okay. Now, whichever team feels confident in flipping over their set of cards, they would grab the whistle token and take it, which means that they get half of their stuff right, get an additional 2 points, which can mean a lot in this game, actually. So that means I've committed, and now I am flipping these over, and I admittedly do not remember them very well, but here we are. I'll give it my best, and the other team will do the same thing, without the added benefit of being able to score additional points for getting at least half of them right, which meant they should have memorized them faster and grabbed the token. So remember, this is a team effort. So then each team will take their set of competition cards, and you're going to try to, you're going to look at them and then put them face down and try to marry them to the ones that correspond, that you hope correspond correctly. It's not a given, let me tell you. So I'll actually be doing that over here, so you can try to see it a little bit better. Oop, and this is all crooked. And yeah, it's fine. Let me see what I have here. Okay, so I'll take a look at that one, and I would probably do that. And I think that. And I think that. Oh boy, I'm starting to draw a blank here. I think that. That one. Oh, no, not that one. Did I use that one already? Oh boy. Oof. I think this one. And there are challenge cards that will make you do them in order from left to right and things like that. So you're always, when the first round to get you into it, but then when the challenge comes, it gets real. I think that one was like that. And then I think we got that one. Keep in mind, I didn't remember what the other team did, so I don't know. And then, you know, once they're all out there, you stop and then you reveal and see who did best. Let's see. Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna flip all of these over. You can already smell the mistakes. It's not a real thing, but here we are. There were mistakes made. Ooh, there were mistakes made. All right, that's 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. So I got 4. So I get the 2 points because I grabbed the whistle token first. So that's something. Okay, 5. Oh, this is my mistake. I'll reverse these. Okay, so I messed these up. So out of 8, I got 6. I got 6 out of the 8 correct, but then I get 2 additional points because I had the whistle token. So I would take the marker and let's say I'm the home team. So I got 8 points. And I don't know what the other team got. Let's say they got, this is really convenient. Let's say they got 7. So, and also did not distribute the water tokens. So let's say the teams were even. We both would have started off with 1. They got fewer points, so they would go into the next round with 2 water tokens. And remember, the water tokens allow you to 2 things. You can pay 1 to keep a rehearsal card face up, which is kind of nice. That would have helped me here. And you can pay 1 to play 2 different. So you could have kept one of these face up, and let's say you could put down 2 different competition cards in one spot to hedge your bets. Both of those, doing either one of those things would cost a a water token. Like I said, for every round after the first round, you would introduce a challenge card. I'll say it was this one. Every other rehearsal card is placed upside down during the first phase. That is, now you think, oh, what's the big deal? But when you're looking at this one and you're looking at these two, if one's upside down, that makes a difference. Now, honestly, the flags are them right side up, but that's going to change the way you memorize things, and it's going to change your perception a little bit. So, yeah, I like the fact that they're challenge cards. It's pretty cool. Interesting thing is when you are playing teams, you distribute the competition cards as evenly as possible between the team members, so you don't have all the cards. So you are really dependent on your teammates when you cannot communicate verbally with to figure out what goes where, and that's where some of the hilarity and frustration can begin, if you will. But that's the fun of the game. That's how Synchronized plays. A fun, memory-focused game. It flows pretty well, pun intended, and it just keeps its head above water. And I suggest you go out there and support it. Link is in the description. It's up on Kickstarter, so click on it and support what Anna Maria and Amelie are doing. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, stay safe, and be blessed.